Very good morning to everyone. Let me discuss about some of the important key players in mutual fund industries. So we have a AMC, Asset Management Company. We have FM, Finance Manager or the Fund Manager. We have a fund distributors. So by taking these three people as a major players, we have a sub-proportionate how mutual fund industry has been divided into multiple roles and how this industry has been grown from 1880 up to 2024. So key players in mutual fund industry, AMC is one of the component take important place where operations of mutual fund which is governed by trust, and this asset management company day-to-day management of schemes are handled by this AMC. So let me discuss about mutual fund industry as a vast ecosystem involving multiple stakeholders working together to design, manage, distribute, regulate funds below the key players and their roles. So number one is an AMC. One of the key players in AMC. AMC are financial institutions responsible for managing mutual funds. So asset management company, the pool money which is invested by investors, and that has to be managed, and the portfolio has to be divided in such a way that this pool money are classified based on security to achieve the fund's objective. To meet the fund objectives, this management decide which investment has to be invested in what type of portfolio is converted into profit making for future purpose. So asset management company has a different role. So starting on the role of asset management company, it create and launch mutual fund schemes. One of the role of asset management company, it creates launch of mutual fund scheme, employ professional fund manager, analyst, handle day-to-day operation, compliances, fund performance monitoring. This is what company or AMC will do. So AMC always they are guided from various financial institutions, but at the same time they just go for handling of different trustee and they handle of the sponsor. So here the performance trustee role, individual appointed as a trustee company may appointed. When individuals are appointed as a trustee, there are jointly referred as a board of trustee. Trustee company functions through board of directors. So board of director is a key person who play a role. So asset management company just look into this appointed by the sponsor or the trustee. So one of the example, BlackRock or Vanguard, Fidelity, State Street, India, SBI Mutual Fund, ICA Prudential AMC, HDFC AMC, Nippon India. There are various examples where asset management company look into and they become the key player under mutual fund. This is about first slide. The second slide talks about uh, this has been holded, how asset management is holding in the name of directors. So there are unit holder and there is a SEBI. So unit holders directed from the directors, but there is SEBI which will give the guidelines. Under the background or under the circle, this AMC has to function. So AMC has a sponsor, AMC has a trust agents, transfer agent, trustee, the mutual fund, and the custodian. So we are going to study about some of the key players of asset management, key players of this mutual fund, and how they negotiate through various form, from where they negotiate. All these are classified under this unit. So the second person is in fund manager. First you have AMC asset management company. The second one is in fund manager. Now what is the fund manager role? If you see the fund manager, professional, they are professionals. They are appointed by AMC asset management company to manage mutual fund. They make investment decision based on the fund objective. So everyone should know about in mutual fund there is an asset management company. This asset management company will looked by asset manager, asset financial manager, and there is a fund manager too. So whatever portfolios are there, diversifying of this portfolio, investment, reinvestment, everything's are coded based on the professionalism they have been appointed by AMC to manage the mutual funds. They make investment decision based on the fund objective, the role of this fund management to conduct market research, analyze the investment opportunity, investment for today, investment for tomorrow, return for today, return for tomorrow, risk attached today, risk attached for tomorrow. Everything's are classified with the fund manager with the duration and the investment made. Then the second rule comes with the, deciding the asset allocation based on the equity and debt. So this is what I said about the proportionate. So proportionate under debt, proportionate equity, and I said the total assets are proportionate or apportionment of the debt and equity based on what classification. So here might be 60%, the 40% with the debt instruments or equity instruments, all the assets have been classified. Decide with how much allocation has to be made on what. So here, when they go for raising of funds from the public, they see that allocation whether 100% debt, 100% equity, or based on the percentage of equity and debt as a combination. That's why I said open-ended and the closed-ended. At the same time, you have a hybrid, which is a mixed component. So one of the rule decide asset allocation, and number three, the monitor portfolio performance, adjusting holding to align with the objectives. So one of the area monitoring portfolio performance is not an easy task. So monitoring the portfolio, like if you invested in 10 different baskets, instead of putting 10 eggs in one basket, you just divide that eggs into 10 different baskets. So you will see that portfolio of 10 different baskets, and which is giving high return, which is giving low return, which has a no return, which has a no profit, and which has a high risk, which has a combination of a year by year risk attachment. All these are classified based on what fund apportionment. So monitoring portfolio performance and adjusting to holding to align with those objectives also have been classified. So here a fund manager, very professional, and he has to look into every and each investor, their objective, the company objectives, and fulfilling of those performance based on their task, based on the responsibility, based on the objective which has been given. So this is how it goes, and it is going to be classified in which source of income or what type of investments are yielding what kind of a return, and what is the future threat or future opportunity or future risk under equity and debt. So one of the there are different roles, but these are the key roles have been played by the fund manager. Then he has a skill, is an expertise in the financial market, risk management, portfolio optimization. So might be in the financial current market or risk management, potential of risk assignment, or potential of analyzing the risk proportionate, portfolio optimization. Everything's are classified. So example, notable fund manager include Peter Lynch and the Fielder. They are always known for their work, known for their research, known for the analyze investment opportunity which is decoded in the market. Then number three is an investor. Investor is also called as an individual or the corporation or the institution that invests in mutual fund to achieve financial goal. So investor can be anyone. Investor can be individual, investor can be group of people, investor can be corporate itself, investment institution itself, investment can be from within the country, outside the country, the local or the global level. But investors should know about what they are mutual funds and how they are achieving the financial goals according to the parameter they have been classified. So here in mutual fund investor, there are types of investor like retail investor, institutional investor. When it's come for retail investor, small individual investor investing in SIP or lump sums. So it might be the small amount, it might be the large amount. The retail investor will look into the proportionate segmentation. So it is divided again proportionate. You invest in what type of a schemes, in what type of a funds, and which fund is durable for you. Whether you really invest in the mid cap or the small cap. So based on the nature of investment, a retail investor would like to know about that this investor investing in SIP or lump sum amount in what form with what expectation. So institutional investor, large organization with a pension fund, insurance company, endowments. Based on this really whether they will work that how much investment with the small amount, the large amount will help for the large organization. So normally institutional investor, large organization always expecting the pension fund, insurance company or the endowment because they are the mass investor expectation from the mass public, mass investor in form of return. And I'll give example about the mutual fund. Even a mutual fund also get investment in the LIC and the pension funds, where they have a safer security side, more profitable, where out of that money can be returned to the investors. So mutual fund companies invest in this kind of a fund, especially pension fund and the insurance company. At the same time, from the insurance company, the pension fund, they get a return, and out of that return, some proportionate money is returned back in the name of savings or investment return to the public. So goal is about the investor is the wealth creation, tax saving, retirement planning, liquidity management. So every investor would like to know about what is today's profit, what is tomorrow's wealth, how wealth can be created, how much tax can be saved out of this much investment. And you invest today and you think about tomorrow. At the same time, you just look into that my profit is converted into investment, and this investment converted into percentage of a tax what they been paid and how what those taxes. So savings, the tax savings, it will classify about future wealth creation, and this retirement planning and liquidity management also will helpful to reach the investor about which plan most perfect when it's come to which scale. So this is always classified by the investor. And there are distributors and advisors. There are mutual fund distributors, there are advisors who can advise. Coming to this part here, it entitles individual who sell mutual fund to the investor and provide financial advice. So normally, investor is a common person. Investor can be anyone. Investor can be individual. Investor can be group of people who are interested into one particular funds or fund schemes, and really getting into buying and selling of this kind of mutual fund. And this entity individual who sell mutual fund to investor provide financial advice to. So this distributor will sell funds to the investor. At the same time, they advise on the various financial instruments. Then the rule like recommended suitable funds based on the investor risk profile and the goals. They facilitate the purchase, redemption, switching of mutual funds. So the role of this distributor and advisor will be they diversify fund based on the investor risk profile and the goal. Normally, if I earn certain money and if this is my income and I want some investment patterns, so this distributor might help me through fund managers based on the market scenario, based on the profile of individual, where exactly he can invest, where exactly he can reach that goal, and he facilitate the purchase, redemption, switching of mutual fund too. So what whether you buy in the discount rate or the par value or the premium price, all these are classified, and if he become a facilitator when it's come for selling of any kind of a mutual fund for the investor. So sometimes you might redeem, also redeem in form of number of days, number of years, redeem in form of the how much money can be invested. It can be redeemed in how long, by what year, and switching from one account to another account. If you invested here, you got some profit, and now this is the time for the real investment plan, and you can switch from one account to another account with the new amount, new investment. So all these are advised by the distributors. Then there are types of distributor, like a bank has a banking brokerage firm. They act as a distributor to multiple asset management company. There are independent financial advisor, we call IFAs, provide personalized financial planning, fund selection services. Then you have a online platform, robo advisors. Today, multiple robo advisors are there. Automated robo advisors are there, based on the question and answer, based on the suggestion, based on the calculative method or algorithm has been classified. So fintech apps will be there. Uh, there are many different types of apps which is created. So you have Robinhood in USA, Grow in India. In India is Zero apps. So uh, these are the apps which create in form of one platform which will give a guidance and advice. So my advice is also, if you see here, one of the advice about Zero in India and the Grow in India, they will advise about kind of a classification of the money earned, and This app itself will advise where to invest and when to invest, how much to invest, and what is the return expected, and how much money can be returned in form of what. All these are classified in nature, and this become a key and the main purpose of an investment plan. So everything based on what, based on the types, based on the advisor opinion, and this has become one type of advice where a bank does, the brokerage firm does, or independent financial advisor does, or any other online platform does. Then you have a revenue model. In revenue model, it earn the commission from AMC, charge fees directly to the investor. So obviously, every distributors or every advisor, they just earn commission from an asset management company, or they charge fees directly to the investor. So there are multiple fees charges based on the fund allocation. Then you have a regulators. One of the key players are regulators, like a government, semi-government body overseeing mutual fund industry to ensure transparency, the fairness, the investor protection. Then there is a multiple rule set for fund registration, operation, and disclosure. They monitor compliances with investment norms, risk management of guidelines, right? All these are very much classified based on the nature of the classification. Then you have a example of regulator like USA Security and Exchange Commission, in India Security Exchange Board of India, SEBI, Global International Organization Security Commission. So this become an example, USA, India, and the global level. Then the regulator definition will be the government or the semi-government body overseeing the mutual fund industry to ensure transparency, fairness, and investor protection. So government or semi-government body overseeing mutual fund industry to ensure transparency based on the rules, their role. The role will be, I said already, role of fund registration. They do registration work, operational work, disclosure of financial matters, disclosure of funds or schemes, or monitoring of different investment norms or risk management guidelines. Then comes you have a custodian or the trustee. So trustee, I said already about the trustee, the work of a trustee, uh, act as independent oversee, ensuring AMC Act to invest the best interest, then regularly review fund performance, adhere with the regulation, then custodian, safeguard the fund assets, including security and the cash, ensure secure, compliant with the transaction for AMC. And I said that this trustee have a critical role in ensuring the mutual fund compliances. Like every trustee must be a person of ability, integrity, and standing, and a person who is a guilty of moral turpitude cannot be appointed as a trustee, and a person convicted of economic offense in violation cannot be considered as a trustee. Then no AMC or no director will appoint or shall be eligible to appoint the trustee of a mutual fund. Then no person would appoint the trustee of mutual fund shall be eligible to appoint the trustee of any mutual fund. So prior approval of SEBI need to taken before a person appointed as a trustee. So then custodian, when it's come for custodian, said that custodian is a person who safeguard the fund asset, look into asset management, including security and the cash, and ensure a secure and compliant transaction for AMC, and look into the company where exactly he can help into. So here in mutual fund, the trustee shall also enter into an investment management agreement with the AMC that will define the functioning of AMC is making managing mutual fund investments. So trustee have a right to seek information required from the AMC to facilitate meeting their responsibility as a trustee. Then trustee shall ensure before launch of any scheme, like a key personnel associated with the fund manager, compliance officer, research agent, auditors, and have appointed all system in place. So one periodical review has to be made with the trustee because an independent body who can see the functioning of AMC, who can act according to the investor's best interest, and regularly monitoring the performance of the fund portfolio management and see the classification which will adhere with the regulation which has been guided from the SEBI, Securities Exchange Board of India. So thank you all. We'll see you in the next class.